Let's take a look at our recently released Robo product, which brings undo-redo functionality to the Ext JS data layer. You can now download a free trial online on our site, which comes with a couple of examples. And of course, as with all of our products, we also ship our Siesta test suite, which you can of course run yourself, verify that it works out of the box, and of course that it works for the Ext JS version that you're using. And you can see right here what we support, 5.1.2 and all of the currently released Ext JS 6 versions. And everything is green. So if you want to take a look and just get into the Robo, you might want to start with their basic example, which shows just a regular flat grid that has a number of fields that are editable. You can notice when we make some change, you'll see the undo queue content on the right side get populated as we type. And then you just see it build up like that. Now if we start doing undo, you'll consequently see the redo queue fill up. Now the undo queue is empty and all the actions have been shifted over to the redo queue. So we can of course redo all the actions and get the grid back to its state and go back again. Of course we can also do an insertion of records, and we can remove records, and I can get those changes back as well. So that's the most basic example we have with a normal grid with a flat store. Of course, Robo also supports tree stores. It has full knowledge of how to undo and redo actions for both those types of stores. So we can switch to the tree store example and do some editing here. And you'll see again the undo queue content fills up. If we do undo, we see the redo queue fill up. So these type of panels on the right side are great to be able to track what exactly is going on inside the Robo undo manager, if you need to debug or things like that. And you can of course also see a list of steps in these undo redo buttons. And another good thing about Robo is that it supports associated stores. So when you add a store to Robo, it will check for associated stores in the model, and if it finds one, it will add the tracking to those two. So for example, if you have a list of customers and a customer has an orders association and orders have an order items associations, you would have something like this. And in the code, we've actually just configured the undo manager with the initial customer store. So I can make some change here. I can drill down to see the orders made, change the year, drill down to see what was ordered, change the quantity, and then we can have undo and redo for all those three stores. And not only that, but we can also track which view was active at the point of the undo or the change in the data level, so that we can restore the view to show where the change was made, because otherwise the user would be kind of in the dark. So here you see we're traversing the items back and forth, and the view is updating itself accordingly. Now let's switch over to the code editor, and I'll show you how easy it is to set something like this up. Starting from the model layer, your data model needs a special Robo data model mixin to work. Your store needs a Robo data.store mixin, and these two mixins add additional capabilities required by the Robo undo manager. And from the point of usage, you'll see that inside our grid we set up a robo.manager instance, and it's being configured with the only store here in this example, which is the grid store. And finally we simply call robo.start when we want Robo to start tracking changes. So when we do this, under the hood, the Robo undo manager will check for any associated stores as well, and automatically start monitoring those as well. And that's all it takes. I hope you found this video useful. And as always, please forward any feedback you have to us, and we really love to hear what you think about our products. Thanks so much for watching.